All right, so very first time coming down to the Cumberland Island youth deer hunt. This is a brand new thing for me, and so I've had to research and do all that, figure out how to get on here and what to pack and all that kind of good stuff. So right now I'm in St. Mary's, and here, this is behind me. This is kind of the strip, the road down through there where you sign in to get on the boat and all, and we're fixing to here shortly. We're fixing to get on this boat over here behind us. I think it's the Cumberland Princess, I think is what they called it. And so we're fixing to get on that, and we've got all our gear loaded up and all that stuff. So I feel like I've been to Oswald a number of times, so I feel like I had a little bit of advantage on how to get ready for this thing. But I'm gonna write the article on this thing as well and put a little more details in about how to apply and all that kind of good stuff. But everything's been pretty simple so far. If you've never been to Cumberland Island, again, this is the strip here behind me. You can't really see it, but that's where you, anytime you go to Cumberland, you leave out of here, is my understanding. So, and again, this is, there's the boat, pretty nice one too. It's inside and it's 30-something degrees this morning, so that's the boat we get to take. So we're excited. We're gonna let y'all know how it goes. Yep, that is Grant. That's my boy Jackson. That's who I'm gonna hunt with. Which one of y'all's a better shot?
Me?
Yeah, I know the truth. So, and then there's my old buddy Shannon back there.
Don't lie, Grant.
That's targets don't lie. That's Shannon's. That's Grant's daddy. So, and here's our enclosed ride for the weekend. Our captain deckhand back there. So, yeah, we really, all of a sudden it doesn't feel like we're roughing it. You don't need that toboggan in here. That's right. So, all right, here we go. I guess about an hour on the ferry. Pretty long ride up here to Plum Orchard, but we have arrived, and this is where we pull up right here, and here's the ramp, the dock up to the campground. And so we've gotten everything. There's carts here, and we've gotten everything off the boat and on the carts and up to our campsite, and we're up there setting up now. So easy boat ride into our cabin, which was great. It is cold out here today. Now, if you want to bring over your own boat, you can. As you can see, though, you're going to be on mud during low tide, so wouldn't want to bring over anything new. And this area where they beach their boats is, as you can see there, there's the walkway up to the camp, and of course there's the dock where the ferry lets you off right there. So but it is an option. If you want to stay here at Plum Orchard, you can bring your own boat and just tie it up and stay the weekend. We're gonna walk up here to the camping area where we're getting set up, and kind of show you a little bit about what that looks like. Okay, so this is walking up the Plum Orchard ramp here onto the campground area, and the folks here at Cumberland at Plum Orchard, they do have some carts that you can use to haul your gear, because as you can see, it's not too bad a haul, but it is nice to have those carts. And when you first look, a lot of history on this place. That is the Plum Orchard Mansion. They actually opened for tours some. They're closed now because we're in a period of COVID. But anyway, so you walk up here with all your gear, your coolers and your tents and your tarps. And when you first walk up here, there's a little area. Who knows what'll be here when y'all come, but that's an area of, these are just federal employee vehicles that they use, and just for work on the island and all that good stuff. And then when we get up here, some more workers' equipment. There's, of course, Plum Orchard back there. And that road out there to the left leads out to the hunting grounds, but this area right here is the one you want, and it'll lead up to the campground. In all total, it's probably 100 yards from the water to up here to the main area where folks stay. When we get up here, this first area to the right, here's these guys camping right here. There's some of the guys who brought their own boats in. And a little farther, and you get to this building here, which is really, really cool. There's a place to hang your deer or hogs, clean them, concrete, covered obviously. And in that also is there's a walk-in cooler. You can hang your animals, or you can put your coolers in there if you've already quartered up your game. And they do let you quarter up game out in the woods and pack it out and all that stuff too. And then you come over here. This is a good facility here. It's been 72 degrees in there, so if you need to warm up, you can go in there.
There's a coffee pot in there that we've had access to, which is great. There's 3 shower rooms, hot water showers. Obviously, you can see with the light in the background, there's power, and that's a big deal. Folks charging GPS units, flashlights, cell phones, of course, and man, the Cumberland folks make all that available. So that's a huge added bonus from kind of the old days where there was no power at these island camps. And another thing over here with this, you know, Doug Hoffman and his staff, man, they make all kinds of things available. It's crazy, crazy good. I mean, there's meat saws over there you can use, obviously a hose hanging there. If you forget your rubber gloves fooling with hogs, or sometimes you want to use them for deer or whatever, they have those here. Look at this here too. This is, I mean, this is, they've got a log splitter here with, man, wood they've chipped up. It's just amazing. So, and here's one of those carts that I was talking to you about on the dock that they use for the campers. That's actually, I hadn't seen that cart. They actually have a more traditional beach cart with kind of 4 wheels. So, but lots of, when you think about coming on a primitive island hunt, lots and lots and lots of amenities, really just kind of to make your stay that much better. This is the well house, but also this is where, really cool, through that little window right there on the front, you'll see there's this little sliding window there, and there's an ice machine, which is really, really cool because, and that ice machine in there is for the hunters. And you know, you kill a deer or hog and you don't feel like you have to bring over 50 pounds of ice on the hunt. They provide ice for the hunters, which is awesome. Okay, so it's Friday afternoon, and got done with our orientation, came out here, did a little bit of scouting, and we ended up walking on GPS about 2¼ miles from camp, and easy walking. And you know, I've been really amazed at the game sign that I've seen. I know a lot of people come down here, they don't kill a lot of deer, there's not a whole lot of hogs left on the island, but I tell you, I've been pretty impressed with what we've seen. So we found a place where Jackson and I are going to set up in the morning, and Grant and Shannon are scouting nearby. We're waiting on them, but man, a lot of game trails, a lot of acorns, some hog sign, and so we're going to get over here. We're far enough away from camp. We're going to pack a lunch tomorrow and just plan to stay all day. And so weather's still cold. It's going to be in the 30s tonight, and just excited to see what happens in the morning. Me and Jackson, we have spent the last 2 hours poking around, walking around, just really explored and enjoying this island. A lot of hog sign we've seen, a lot of deer sign, and we're meeting back up with Shannon and Grant for lunch, and we got a little area we decided to meet, and we're getting up here close and heard old Grant shoot twice, so that's exciting. But yeah, we other than the hogs at daylight, we hadn't seen anything, but man, tons of sign. I mean, and really just, I was talking to Jackson, you know, the bonus to me of being here is just being on this island and seeing how cool it is, and just a beautiful place to explore and all that good stuff. So, but anyway, so we're fixing to go back up here and see if maybe, we shot twice, so we're thinking maybe hogs. So anyway, we'll hope to see something on the ground up here in a minute. Yeah, those pigs don't. And
they were coming right at us too.
Oh, you got to shoot? Yeah, man, awesome. Sound like some quick shooting. That's good.
He didn't hesitate with that lever.
Go, boy, go. Lever 30-30. So we looking for blood, right?
Yeah, but I ain't seen nothing yet.
All right. No blood on Grant's hogs that he shot at. So it is what it is. So we just got together with Shannon and Grant, looked for the hogs, and had lunch. Enjoyed talking about the morning hunt, and drank a couple bottles of water, get fueled up for this afternoon. And so, you know, I'm sitting here in a spot right now. You think about a lot of Cumberland's thick, but check out this behind me. You know, that is, I don't know how well you can tell that, but I mean, it's beautiful, wide open, live oaks, palmetto thickets in the background over there, good stuff. So anyway, so Jackson and I have decided we're gonna go back to where we were this morning. There's way too much hog sign, deer sign, not to go in there and sit. We're gonna go a little deeper. and then meet up with Shannon and Grant after dark. And still a cool day, as you can tell. It's cold. And people, look at here. I hadn't been here yet, but look. Soul hog sign right there, a couple of days old. Got some pine straw in it, but you know, game's here. You just gonna, you know, we're just gonna bump around and try a different area, I think, every time, and or a little, maybe the same area, but a little different location. But just kind of enjoying, again, as we say, exploring. So enjoying my time on Man's. He's checking out the hog sign there too. So we excited. Fun place to be. And this is what the end of a 2-mile after dark hike looks like, coming back from the woods. No blood today, but let's see, Grant and Shannon saw 3 deer, some hogs. Y'all know about Grant's hog that we couldn't find blood, and then this afternoon all me and old Jackson saw was a pretty wild horse, some squirrels. So we'll get back, start the fire, eat some dogs and hot dogs, and okay, so Sunday of the youth Cumberland hunt here, and got my man Grant there on the right, Jackson on the left. Today's a hunting day, but we've got to catch a ferry and get home early, get some stuff done there. But so did you boys have a good time?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Good. Well, Grant, tell me what you liked about the hunt.
Well, I got really close to a hog yesterday, and like literally 5 yards away from him, and it was pretty neat getting that close to a hog for the first time for me. I've never seen one out in the wild before. So
that's good. So it almost was like, it wasn't charging you, but it was almost like it was charging.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, and you just kind of shot, and
the scope was at a 12 magnification, and he was 5 yards away. So
yeah, that was just a mistake. But maybe we learn from our mistakes, right? So, but you got to see hogs, so that was cool. So, Jackson, what'd you like about this place, man?
I like walking and finding new places to hunt and different places, and stop and scout and different other places. And lunch was pretty good too.
Yeah, lunch. Yeah, we hooked back up in together. That was one thing. I went off with you, Jackson, and Grant. You went off with your dad. And
beanie weenies.
Yeah, we ate beanie weenies. What do we have, Jackson?
And sausage.
Yeah, crackers. We had some apples. We had a little health food in there too. So, so Grant, no, Jackson, we didn't see a deer, but y'all saw several deer, right, Grant?
We saw 3 deer, and every one saw us before we saw them.
That's right. So, all right. So tell me a little bit, and this is special to me. Tell me a little bit of what y'all think about Mr. Doug here on the island.
Oh, he was really nice. Last night he let us look through one of his thermal scopes and look at a cup out here in the whatever you want to call it.
It's kind of out here in the driveway, yeah. A warm water cup that we could see that in the thermal imaging. So
yeah, that's pretty neat.
Yeah. So
and some night vision binoculars too.
What do you think, Jackson? You put all that on your Christmas list now?
I think he's real helpful, letting us stay here and helping us. And he's going to take us up to the ferry. And I think that's going to be real helpful. And he did let us look through a scope and night vision.
Have you ever looked through any of that stuff before?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I looked to it too. I never looked through that stuff either. So that's good. You can tell Doug's he's pretty excited about this island. He loves Cumberland Island, you'd say. So, and he knows a lot about hogs and deer, and so, but we also saw some horses. We all saw horses. That was pretty cool. So we had a horse come up behind Jackson and I, and that thing started neighing or whatever they do, and we both jumped out of our skin and all that. So, but anyway, so last question. Great time, obviously. So you hope to be back one day?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Good deal. Good.
I hope. No, we're gonna be back one day.
I hear you. Good stuff. Thank you, boys. All right, so reflections on my first time ever on Cumberland Island here on a youth hunt in December is, man, just really special time. Number one, just being in a new place sometimes is always a lot of fun. And we ended up walking over 2 days. Well, we had a scouting day Friday. We hunted all day yesterday, Saturday, Sunday. We have got to leave early today. The hunt's actually going on today. We got to leave early. But we walked 12.5 miles and saw some of the beautifulest country that, you're ever going to see. It's just gorgeous out here. You got your oak flats and palmettos and just tons of sign, deer, hogs. So I'm sitting here thinking about the boys. We've got a couple of 6th graders, and they, in 6 years they'll be going out of the house, going to college or starting the workforce or whatever, and man, they'll always remember this. And so that's kind of the first reflection in that. And then the second thing that really made this special for me, at least, is you know, an adult bringing a couple boys down here just to have a good time, is Doug Hoffman. He's been here for a long time. He's a biologist. He's been here for a long time here on Cumberland, and man, you can tell this guy's got a passion for this island, a passion for kids, and just a passion for everybody just to come out and have a good time. You know, he's not just a guy punching a time clock here and waiting for the hunt to get over. And I mean, he was up here last night 2 hours after dark, and you know, part of his job duties is to remove nuisance wildlife from the island, and part of that's removing hogs. And to do that, he's got a bunch of night vision stuff, thermal imaging stuff, and all that stuff. And he gathered everybody up at 8 o'clock last night, and to show them that stuff, you know, that I think, what is it, Generation 3 thermal stuff, and I'm not that familiar with it, but yeah, expensive stuff, but stuff that is incredible to look through, and showed us some videos on his little laptop and of how that stuff works. And those boys and the adults, you know, completely ate that up. And so to have that that level of passion from an employee, and because in my opinion on it, you can't fake that. And so that's a real genuine deal. He wanted to come up here and meet with the boys and show them that. And he spent 45 minutes at our campfire last night, or our campsite, just shooting the breeze and hanging out and telling us a little bit more about the island, which is interesting to us because, you know, I'd never been here, and it was neat to hear all that. And, you know, just answering questions and just hanging out. You know, he's a great guy. He's a hunter. He's a fisherman. He's one of us, you know. So so I will always remember this trip for those two main reasons right there. And who knows what the future holds, right? But man, I'd be surprised if I don't return here, just for how special it was for those two main things right there. So if you've ever thought about kind of a bucket list thing, coming to a barrier island, Georgia's got several. You know, it's Cumberland is definitely one to consider.